How's it going? Um, Back again. I'm still house sitting, so not my house. But yeah, no. So today I'd like to kind of talk about my goals for the future, I guess. Um, and another thing is, I went back and looked at the old videos, like the other two that I fucking posted, and I noticed that I say and or whatever the fuck a lot. So I apologize. I'm probably very, very repetitive. Say the same shit over and over again. Working on it. Sorry. Um, but yeah, no. So wanting to be talking about my goals for right now as a 17-year-old kid, what I'd like to accomplish in the future, short term, long term, kind of middle term, whatever that may be. Um, yeah. So I guess I'll start off with short term, and this is before the end of the year. It is currently December 7th, 2022. And before the end of the year, I'd really like to be honed in on doing what my schedule says to do. Because I have a schedule right here. Sorry, I'm just kind of showing off this. I don't even know if you can see that, bro. Yeah. Anyways, that's like my schedule that I try and roughly stick to. It's kind of hard to show you. It's probably all backwards because of the camera and whatnot. But yeah. Today I was supposed to sleep 11 to 6 a.m. Or wake up at 6, stretch, meditate, check my schedule. 7:15 I'm supposed to go to the gym. 8:30 to 10:30 I have school. I'm not good at school. I fucking skip so much and really don't do that great. But I have this thing where like I come back in the fourth quarter, like the fucking Falcons against the Patriots in 2017 or whatever it was. That game. Yeah, but it was the Patriots coming back against the Falcons. Whatever the, you know, you, yeah. I have this thing where I come back in the fourth quarter and like right before everything's graded, grades are submitted, like I'm failing everything. I will stay up for like 3 or 4 days at a time, just living off of caffeine, barely surviving, and literally just get everything done. Kind of half-ass, not very good. Not a good habit to have. I should probably just focus throughout the year, but fuck it, you know. But yeah. So I've passed all my classes up to this point just because I have this shitty habit. So I only have to take 2 classes this year. I'm gonna be taking more later because 5 classes are required to do track and field. So I'm gonna be taking 3 for literally zero reason. But yeah, 8:30 to 10:30 is school. Then I have nothing scheduled, which is a mistake because I should have scheduled things from 10:30 to 5 because that is a huge time slot where I could be accomplishing a lot of things. But I didn't at all. It was just purely relaxation. Just fucking don't use my brain for anything time. 5 to 11, I'm working tonight. Hate night shift, but it is what it is. And then 11 o'clock tonight, I'm gonna schedule for the next day. Read for 30 minutes from 11:15 to 11:45, and then 11:45 to midnight, I'll be journaling. So yeah, that's my schedule for today. The only problem is I don't fucking stick to it whatsoever. So today, for example, fucked up really bad. I did not go to sleep at 11. Went to bed. I don't even know what time. I don't remember. It was late though. I think it was like midnight, 1 o'clock, something like that. Went to bed really late. woke up at 8:30 instead of 6 a.m. I I have this alarm app. It's called Alarmy. Definitely get it if you have problems getting up in the morning. It is just I am so creative in ways of getting around the alarm clock. Basically, what the app does is there's like a mission you have to do. Like you have to do like math, or you have to go I don't know, do like 15 squats or something before the alarm turns off. And like literally, there's no way to get around it. Like you have to do the thing. What I have it set to is scanning a QR code. So I have to physically get up, grab my phone, alarm's ringing this whole time, walk across the entire house and go scan something, then it'll turn off. Math didn't work for me. I literally started doing it in my sleep. Like I have zero recollection of like doing the math problems to turn off the alarm. Yeah, I mean the squat thing, it was too short, so I would just like do it and then just hop right back into bed. The problem I think I had today is that I put the QR code too close. So I woke up and I scanned QR code in their bathroom. It was like some soap bottle or something. I literally I walked in there, turned off the alarm, just went back to bed. It was it was too close. I didn't have enough time to like fully wake up to figure out. Sorry, I'm getting really hot. I actually have like heating here, where like my house is really cold, you know. But yeah, Dutch Bros is where I work. Anywho, get alarmy. Make it hard on yourself, figure it out. But yeah, I set the QR code too close for it to turn off, and I ended up going straight back to bed, waking up at 8:30, already past the time I'm supposed to be at the gym, which is 7:15, and school, which starts at like 8:30 roughly. So I mean, I'm already past those times, and I don't know. I thought it wasn't even worth it too, because these people, they live pretty far out from my school, so I didn't really even think it was a good idea to go to school for like 15 minutes and then just be all the way. Because I mean, I have to come back here to feed their dogs anyways. I was like, what's the point? You know, and I do that a lot of the time with school. It's like I will wake up just like, oh shit, I got school in 5 minutes. Why even go? I'm not gonna make it in time. That's embarrassing. Fuck it, stay here. So I'd like to stick to my schedule more. I always go to work. Never really call out of work because first off, that leaves a bad impression on me. I want to retain a good reputation at my workplace, and I work a lot of hours, so you know, I like money. It helps me like do things like put gas in my car, buy food, pay for subscriptions I don't need. But yeah, so like keep my job. I always show up for that. But yeah, the things I can actually stick to tonight would be scheduling for tomorrow, reading, journaling, and I've constantly had this struggle with trying to stick to the schedule right here, and I switched it around a little bit for next coming days because I think I'm waking up too early because I have a habit of staying up late. So I've kind of rearranged it a little bit to where I'm going to sleep later, waking up later, just make it easier for me because that's already what I do. So go to sleep later, wake up later, but I'm not trying to cram the gym in beforehand. So instead of getting up at 6, I can get up at 8, still make it to school. Right now I have it set for like 7:30, just because that's, again, makes it easier on me. But yeah, so I'll wake up a little later, go to school, go to work. Most days I work noons, 11 to 5. And then planning out like times to do my homework, and that's something I really neglect. But I would like to actually stick to the schedule by the end of the year. That is my big main thing. I'd like to be working on my business a lot more consistently, because right now, I mean, number one thing is I need to catch up on all my missing homework stuff, like before end of the quarter, because I it fuck I need to catch up on all my homework so that first off I pass all my shit, which I might now if I just don't do anything, but I don't know for sure. Plus, it reflects better because I have to get my schedule changed for second semester so I can do track. And if I go to my counselor, I'm failing all my classes. I'm like, yo, switch my shit to 5 classes. They're gonna be like, fuck no, we're not doing that. So I need it to look good so I can do that. Yeah. So schedule, huge thing. Work on my business more consistently. Having a ton of homework is kind of holding me back from that because I kind of need to fill in that working on the business time with homework time first. Except I don't do the homework, so then I don't get to work on my business. So that's one thing. And then I will also show you right here. I don't know how well you can see that. This is the kind of the shitty business I got going. These little wallets, whatever. Store's not complete at all, but like, you know, rough idea. If we go ahead and click on this here, you can see, you know, it's really shitty right now, but whatever. Drop something slow. So those are kind of the short-term things. Stick to my schedule and work on my business more. The gym kind of like, I mean, as long as I'm going, that's a good thing. I'd really like to straighten out my diet before the end of the year, hopefully, because my diet's shit. I do not eat anything. It's really bad. I wish I could eat more, but it's just my schedule, which is not an excuse because I can meal prep. It's just I'm too fucking lazy to do it. But yeah, I eat like shit. I will wake up in the morning, usually be running late, so I don't eat anything in the morning. And then I go straight from school to work, so I don't have any lunchtime. So, I mean, literally my only meal of the day is dinner. That is not enough to sustain me. Like, I mean, bro, look at me. Go on. I'm like, so there's a chair right here. I'm really skinny, bro. Like, you know, this is not what I want for myself. I don't have a problem going to the gym, and I go quite a lot. The only problem with that is that I don't eat enough to supplement like all the calories I'm burning off while working out. So I mean, if anything, it's actually like just kind of keeping me in the same place. I'm not really growing because I'm working out, I'm just not eating enough. So I'd like to straighten my diet out, figure out something for that within the next month before the year's over. So those are my short-term goals. Excuse me. Midterm goals. I don't really know what I mean. Maybe that's I would say like next 6 months or so. I guess that's kind of like a middle ground sort of thing. But like next 6 months to a year, I would say have this business up and operational, and maybe hire my first employee would be great. Because I mean, this will be like main source of income. By then, I want to be really honed in on like track training, because this will be at the height of, and I don't even know why I put so much importance on track and field, because it's not really anything that I am super like, it's not going to earn me anything. I don't plan on going to college for a sport. Even though, like, I mean, you fucking look at me and think I'm a pussy, but like, I'm not bad at it. Come on. I mean, I think this upcoming year I'll be able to go to like the state level for 6A high schooling. Like, I think it'll happen as long as I train a little bit and actually apply myself. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just something that once I'm like 30, I'm gonna look back and be like, damn, I could have been a state level competitor. and I'm probably gonna regret that I didn't do that. So, I mean, it might be stopping my business growth a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't want to regret this. So, I really like to be honed in on my track training, be making a lot of progress in it, and yeah, so get the business up and running decently. And once I have more money, I want to start investing into, I don't know, just spreading it out into a large variety of things. Because I do have small stock investments set up through my cousin. Very great person. I'm so thankful for having her in my life. Like, I remember going up and working for her. She has her own business up in Portland, Oregon. Um, but I mean, I remember going up and working for her. I was like 6 or 7. I'd work for like a week. I'd stay there, and she wouldn't pay me. That really pissed me off. I was like, dude, I just literally, like, it's just making me work like full days. Like, we're getting up at 4 or 5 a.m. every single day, and then like working till like, I don't know, noon to 1, 2, something like that. Days kind of change. But I mean, like, I'm working like 7-hour days as a 7-year-old, and I don't, for like a week. So I mean, I'm clocking in like 35 hours or some shit like that, which, that's not like a full-time job, but that's a lot of hours for being like 7. So I'm working all this time, and I'm just like, yo, where the fuck is my money at? And she was putting all that money that I earned from working for her into a stock portfolio, which I didn't understand at the time, but I'm very grateful for now. And really has been a great mentor as far as financial advice. So very grateful for my cousin. But yeah, I like to put more, once I have more money building up, I like to put that money towards building up. I mean, just a small amount into various investment portfolios. Maybe I put a little bit of money into crypto. Maybe I put a little bit of money into very, very select NFTs. Maybe it depends. Just because it's such a risky market right now, and a lot of them are just stupid, fucking make a quick buck, sort of things. But majority of the money that I make, I would like to reinvest that into creating a second business. I don't plan on sticking with this drop shipping thing, which is called Swiftame. I don't know. I made it up in like fucking 2 seconds. The name's stupid as shit. I don't care. But I don't plan on running with this forever. But I take that money, maybe I reinvest it into a second store or a management team for making lots of stores, lots of drop shipping stores. I don't want to stick with drop shipping forever. I'd like to. Dogs are making noise. But yeah, I don't want to stick with drop shipping for forever. I'd like to move out of it eventually, but it's kind of just to make my quick profit. Like, make a lot of money as quick as possible, and then taking that money and putting it into an actual business, which would be probably service based, like marketing based, I would assume. So maybe that's a creative agency, marketing agency, advertising agency, something to that extent, which helps other people grow their businesses. Because I don't want to be completely unethical with mine, and having something like a service-based business where somebody pays me to perform an act for them that makes them money or enhances their life in some way. That's a pretty good thing in my opinion. And it's where like they're not really getting ripped off by me. So I'd like to stay as ethical as I can, like with my big long-term businesses, and eventually I'll probably get bored of social media marketing or whatever the fuck it is, and I'll probably branch out more likely than not and try various different things, whether that be another product-based business that I want to scale up and grow a lot, like maybe physical. Maybe I'm in manufacturing to where I'm creating the product that I'm selling and not just buying it from China and shipping it to somebody, or I'm manufacturing it myself. One thing that's really interesting to me which is kind of a weird market because everybody's different and it's hard to put a price on this niche. But like mental health and betterment, self improvement for people, that would be a market that I'd like to move into. It's just hard to kind of quantify because it's hard to make money while also offering help to somebody. So, because it kind of defeats the whole purpose of like trying to be a good human, you know. So, say for example, I made an app and it's a self improvement app, but there's also a subscription thing on it. It's kind of like it almost seems like I am purely making it to rip people off who are having struggles with trying to improve themselves. I better shut the fuck up. Yeah. So it's almost like I'm ripping off people who are struggling to build themselves into a better person. And I'm not dissing the apps that do charge, uh, charge their clients or the people who buy those subscriptions because maybe it does help. But I feel like if I want to offer any sort of help to people, it should be free. And if I offer any sort of service or product or something, it should be some like that I make money off of. It should be something that people are willing to like trade their money for. It's just like, oh yeah, I'd trade my money for. And I guess that begs another question: are people willing to trade their money for mental clarity and self betterment? But I don't know. That's something I'll have to do more reflecting on. But those are kind of midterm part of my life things. 6 months to next year to 2 years, whatever. I don't know. It really depends how much money I make and how far I go and how good I'm doing as a human myself and where my ideas and ethics lie. What the fuck is going on up there? My voice is right outside the door. Long term is, and I've kind of already spoke on this a little bit, but I'd like to leave a really big impact on a lot of people before I die. So that means getting my message out there as much as possible, impacting tons and tons of people, making them better humans, like hiring the quality of life for lots of people if possible. So I mean, like a lot of my money I plan on just like once I have a significant amount, because I need a lot for myself to build up the huge businesses. And once we have those really big businesses, whatever that may be, then those, like the money generated from those can then go into, charities or building schools or whatever that may be. But in the beginning, I will need, like, I don't know, because I know it's better to, it's more ethical to donate when you have nothing rather than donate when you have a lot. But at the same time, I feel like I will have much greater of an impact if I can build up these huge things first and then give away. Because, I mean, you can accomplish a lot more things with a lot more money. So that's kind of a big point. Like, I'd like to give away a lot of my money, and when I die, give a small amount to my children. I'd like them to have the ability to do it for themselves, build up their own wealth. But majority of my money, I just like to give it all away, whatever that may be. Because I'm gonna be dead. What's the point? I don't need to have millions of dollars sitting there. Anywho, business side of things, I'd like to invest into real estate, specifically safest market, in my opinion. Multi-family home living, providing living for people, like owning apartment complexes or flipping houses or wholesaling, whatever. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of money in doing real estate, Airbnbs, and holding real estate is really, it's the safest thing to do. It doesn't just like crash immediately, like overnight. And if it does do that, people still need houses and it'll rebound. So I mean, stocks, for example, that's a little more risky can crash overnight, and people don't need to be invested in a business immediately. They will always need somewhere to live, though, because nobody wants to live under a fucking bridge. So, real estate's one of the safest things, in my opinion. So I'd like to put a lot of money into that in the far future, and investing and developing, whatever that may be. So those are kind of some of the long term things. Obviously, I really want to take care of my family. I'd like to buy my mom a house and a car and all that. Just from knowing her, she's not had that. She hasn't. I don't think she's ever really truly had the lifestyle that she wanted. So I want to be able to provide that for her. So I mean, she's always wanted nice things, wanted to start her own business. It's never really happened. I mean, she's had some small successes with some of her businesses, but they never really last out. So I mean, I'd like to help her out, accomplish the things that she wants to do. Buy her a house, buy her a car. Make it so that she can always start that fashion brand she wanted to start, or her or like her makeup, or not makeup, it's like body care business she's always been trying to get off the ground. So I mean, I want to make those things possible for her. Buy her a nice car, buy her nice clothes, buy her nice things. I'd like to have my mother content. My dad, I don't know yet. I want to help him out in some way, but I don't really know what that is. And to be honest, I feel like he'd probably be happier if I didn't give him anything at all. Because, I mean, he's kind of like me, or I mean, I'm kind of like him, I guess. I'm kind of like him in the sense that I don't really want anything given to me. Like, I don't want somebody to, I'm very prideful, so I don't really want to have things handed to me, which is kind of harmful to myself, because if somebody says, hey, do you want $1,000? If I'm not doing anything for it, it would kind of be, I probably would accept it, just because that's a very large sum of money, but I wouldn't want to do nothing and just be given things, like it just kind of damages my mental image of myself. So I don't want to take handouts. So I feel like he wouldn't want that, but we'll see. I don't know. It's mother-son relationships are a lot different than son-father relationships. Put it that way. My brother, I want him to be very set up. I want him to be able to accomplish things he wants to accomplish. I don't want him to have the same experiences I did growing up. So that's like one of my motivators, is like, I need to get this shit going fast, so that once he's ready to and he's inspired to do things, he has the means to do so and the support to do so. So I'd really like to have him set up, because I care about that kid a lot. But yeah, no. So I don't know exactly what that looks like. I haven't really figured out where he wants to take his life, but yeah, I'd like to set him up. And then my sister as well. She lives in Australia. I mean, I haven't seen her in years. She left America when she was 16. She's 26 now, and so I mean, she came here once about 5 years ago, I think. No, not even that. It's probably been like 7 years now. But I think roughly 7 years ago, she came once, and I got to see her, and I broke down into tears. It was yeah, no, it was good to see her, and I miss her a lot. But I want my whole family to be happy, despite all the despite how imperfect my family is. Because I mean, there's a lot I can go into about how I was very, very upset with my family situation for a very, very long time. But despite all of that, I still think growing up and becoming a man, I mean, I'm not right now, I'm a fucking boy, but I feel like that's an obligation of a man, and something that I will need to accomplish in the future is providing for my family. So, yeah, that's something I need to do. So yeah, family investments. I'd like to. I mean, it'd be really nice to have a wife and start a family. Probably want like 2 kids or something. I don't want to have too many, so I don't want them to feel like my attention's split between them, and I'm not giving enough attention to all my kids. But so I mean, like 2 would be cool, maybe 3. I'm not super concerned with finding a girlfriend or wife or anything immediately, but at the same time, I feel like it would be really, really cool to have somebody that I grow and experience my earlier life with, that knows all the things that I went through. And like, if I have somebody who is genuinely there for me from the beginning, like helping me through all my struggles and not leaving me, that is something I want. Like, that's who I want to raise my children. You know, I don't want somebody who I meet after I've already accomplished everything and they don't know all the hardships I had to go through or whatever that may be. I don't know. I feel like it'd be a lot cooler to have somebody that I meet young and we grow together. But it's not a huge priority for me. I mean, I feel I'll figure something out at some point. I'm not really chasing anybody. I haven't been for a long time. I don't really feel there's a need to chase, because I haven't really met anybody worth chasing. So, yeah, no, but I'd like to start a family, raise my kids really well, make it so that they have the means to take care of themselves when I'm dead and when I'm gone, and they can raise great children as well. Like, I want to set them up really, really well, and that is something that terrifies me, because, I mean, I'm fucking 17 talking about families. I don't know shit about families or about being a parent yet, but I don't plan to be. Don't want to fucking have kids this early, not yet. But it's kind of weird being a kid. I'm thinking about things far, far in my future. Like this is all to set up a really good life for my kids, set up a really good life for my parents, brother, sister, and set up as good of a life for, you know, anybody who watches these things to experience, or fucking, I don't, you know what I mean. But yeah, I'd like to have my kids be very well versed in the world and be able to accomplish anything. Yeah, so business, family, investments, kind of covered all those things. A little battery. I'm gonna charge my phone more. Yeah. And then, I mean, obviously, I want to do all the things like travel the world and literally experience everything. Personally, my kind of, not like my idea on the meaning of life, but I don't know, one of the things I kind of think about the meaning of life is that it is searching for meaning. That makes no fucking sense, but it does in my head. I don't know, I think you should go through life trying to find why you're there. Even if you never find that answer, that's fine. But I think you should search, and you should experience everything, and you should keep pushing yourself further and further and further to find out more about yourself in the universe. Um, Obviously, I don't have a super solid view on the point of life. Nobody does. I mean, some people do. They have their own idea of it. But, I mean, large majority do not know what the meaning is. I would say, anyways. But, I mean, from my own personal view, I think that you should go out, experience as much as possible, try and find meaning, and coordinate your life according to that. So, my current meaning for it, which will probably change throughout the years, my current meaning for it is to seek purpose, to try and find the meaning of life. Damn, what the I was talking about my goals. How did I even get to this? Yeah. But yeah, all the cool things that, I mean, all the generic things as well that are fun. Fast car, big home, beautiful wife. Goals as well. I mean, those are just kind of add-ons. I was kind of going more deeper into like what I would like to accomplish, but all those generic things as well. Travel the world, go to fancy places, stay in nice hotels, all the things you can do with money. I don't think I'm gonna be somebody that's gonna like stick in my fucking 2001 Corolla because it works just fine. That's lame as fuck. I like cars. I like cool shit. I'll probably stay pretty cheap in areas that I don't care about. Like, I like shoes, so I'll probably buy nice fucking Nike shoes or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. For example, I'm not super adamant about having like, fuck, I don't know. You get my point though. I'm still gonna buy nice shit, if I have money to do so. But yeah, I'm kind of out of shit to talk about, I guess. This wasn't really too productive or like giving you advice or anything. This is just kind of insight onto what I'm chasing and what I want to accomplish. Last thing I forgot to touch on, build up my body because I go to the gym a lot, look like a pussy. Yeah, just basically just become a man, you know, because I'm not there yet. I'm not doing things that a man would do, and that's something that I need to work on and become as I grow older. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you can watch me actually stick to the schedule, accomplish things. I hope you guys do as well. Draw inspiration from me. Have a great rest of your day, night, whatever, morning. And yeah. See you guys next time.